brothers doused the Blazers' flame last night with a downpour of threes as Golden State avenged their worst loss of the year. Tonight, their season-long homestand continues against a Phoenix team that is struggling overall, but features a high-scoring rookie on a recent rampage. The Warriors put their NBA record home winning streak on the line as they host the Suns on a Saturday night. Right now. A sold-out Saturday night at Oracle, the fourth and final meeting with the Phoenix Suns in town, and the Warriors continue to chase history. Our Lexus pursuit of perfection. No team's ever been 58-6. No team's ever won 47 straight at home. 3 All-Stars trying to keep both those streaks alive and sweep the Suns tonight. Hello, everybody. Bob Fitzgerald alongside Jim Barnett. A spectacular win over Portland. 81 first-half points, but you lose Andre Iguodala. The challenges never really stop in the NBA.
That loss is significant. The Warriors are going to have to find someone off the bench that can come in and stabilize this team when needed. He provides that so well.
This is a 6-game homestand, but the back end of a back-to-back, both home games, bit of a schedule oddity. And Steve Kerr knows the Laker game's not that far in the rear view in terms of a loss of focus. He was asked about avoiding a letdown tonight.
Last night was, you know, we had a blowout loss fresh on our minds, so it was pretty easy for our guys to, you know, pay attention quickly. But a home back-to-back is really strange, and I think it is a natural time for us tonight, if we're not careful, to let our guard down. So we've got to be aware of that and you know, caution against it, and our guys have to bring the energy.
They have to bring the energy, Jim, because the 6 Warrior losses are not against the elite of the NBA. Their loss of focus and the Warriors not playing to their own standard.
Well, it shows they really know how to get up for the good teams in this league. You don't see San Antonio. You don't see Cleveland on there. You don't see OKC. They've had great success. So this is one of those nights where you have to be very circumspect. Well, it's a pretty simple formula for success tonight, in my estimation. You come out and you play defense right at the outset. If you do that, come out with that kind of intensity, everything will fall in place for the Warriors.
They've beaten Phoenix 3 times already. A guy like Klay Thompson helps out Steph Curry with the energy Steve Kerr is looking for. He'll play the defense on one end. He's the three-point bombardier on the other. He got him going last night. Don't forget the Warriors have 3 All-Stars and a bench looking to help out in the absence of Iguodala. Warriors and Suns on the way. Greg and the guys back in the studio right after this.
Warrior.
It's time for tip-off. Here is Fitz and JB.
All right, Klay Thompson, Oracle Arena as the homestand continues. Be home Monday and Wednesday before hitting the road. Phoenix, the 4th and final meeting. Warriors have won the 3 previous against the Suns. Our Xfinity starting lineups first for the Dubs, with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green, and Andrew Bogut. For Phoenix, Brandon Knight, Devin Booker, the Wonderkin, with P.J. Tucker, Alex Len, and Tyson Chandler. Warriors want to continue that odd shooting that they put on Portland last night. And yet without Iguodala, they got to find some bench help with Ronnie Garretson, Sean Corbin, Justin Van Dime blowing the whistles tonight. Curry off iron to begin. Devin Booker has back-to-back 30-point games. And the last youngster of his age to do that was named LeBron James. Keep an eye as Chandler with the game's first bucket.
Yeah, back-to-back 30-plus point games as a teenager. 19 years of age. He's just quite a story. We'll talk about him as it goes on.
Klay Thompson hitting the jumper. The first thing, Jim, when you see Tyson Chandler and Alex Len, very few teams play 2 7-footers against the Warriors.
Extremely unusual. We'll see how it plays out. Offensively, the Warriors will have a feast out there running pick and rolls with either one of them. There's no way they can run Lynn and they can run Chandler.
Earl Watson taking over for Jeff Hornacek. This is a team beset by injuries with no Eric Bledsoe, no T.J. Warren. Mason Chandler has become an offensive player. First couple buckets, he only averages 6 points a game. The other issue with the 2-7-footer, Jim, if the Warriors get in transition, and that lob actually will probably be counted as a shot off the backboard and rim. An offensive foul as Curry moved his feet. But if Draymond can run Alex Len or Chandler in the open floor.
That's what you have to do. I was going to say pretty good anticipation, but Steph never moved. That's the problem with some offensive players. Once in a while, they make up their mind what they're going to do before they catch the ball, not dependent on what the defender does.
Curry missing the three. So Brandon Knight had that sports hernia. Draymond knocked it away. It'll still be Phoenix ball. Brandon just easing his way back into the playing time. Ball knocked away. Draymond played the D. Curry on the push. Klay Thompson, a little separation and curled it out. Jim, talk about a back-to-back, but a home back-to-back with no travel involved.
It's just different, but use it to your advantage. But you've got to come ready to play. And sometimes you think you are, and sometimes you look around and hope someone else does it for you. But you don't want to take the night off.
Devin Booker that rung the register on the other end. Draymond three. The Warriors have begun 1 of 5. Phoenix has made their first 3 shots.
Well, it's not surprising. That's why I say you start your game at the defensive end.
We'll get rebounding the Chandler mid.
That's where you'll find success. It will fuel your offense. You don't have to rely on half-court offense because you'll get out in the open court. That's where the Warriors are at their best.
Shot clock at 7. Klay. Little turnaround. That one halfway down and out. Harrison Barnes, a free 24. Harrison is show and go, and the ball hopping around nicely. Steph Curry, and that one kicked. We'll recycle that to 14 to shoot.
Well, Harrison hit the open man, but I still think he has to take advantage of opportunities and try to finish that play. Once Klay threw it to him in the corner, and he beat 2 men on the perimeter. He should be quick enough, big enough, fast enough to get around a center at the rim.
Klay Thompson's got Chandler on a switch. Dropping inside. Draymond hands it to him. Harrison Barnes couldn't finish. PJ Tucker posted up Curry. Len handling, and Draymond got the easy steal. Speed, and that time Barnes will flush it.
Well, all the credit goes to Draymond Green. Barnes filled the lane extremely well. Perfect timing, but Draymond Green took it deep enough to draw defenders to make it an easy finish.
And you see Draymond, he's going to outrun Chandler and Len every time.
That's what they should be doing.
Bogut committing the foul.
Where's foul charge to Andrew Bogut, first personal, second team foul.
You play defense, you get turnovers, you get breakouts, and you get the numbers and the advantage.
Brandon Knight blocked by Bogut. Klay Thompson on the handle, and all Len could do was foul him.
Phoenix foul charge. 21 Alex Len, first personal.
We talked about the timing of Andrew Bogut on display. Does a great job, and with that body of his, you wouldn't call him the most mobile center in the league, right? And yet he doesn't commit a lot of fouls on guards when he goes to block a shot.
Curry took the whole defense with him. Brandon Knight smartly knowing that pass was going to the corner. I like also on that play, Draymond didn't reach on Brandon Knight. He said, you know what? The big fella's waiting for him.
Right.
Curry behind the Bogut screen. Drops in the 3. 135 games in a row, the continuing NBA record. And Devin Booker streaking to the rim.
This kid is amazing. 35 2 nights ago. Went to the free throw line 11 times and made 10. He's poised as a 19-year-old rookie. I've got some more things to say about him. Impressive.
Went to double Draymond. Strong player in Tucker. He reached in and fouled him.
Phoenix foul, Charlotte. 17.
Draymond's decision-making against Portland was so good. When to go, when it's time for him to initiate his own offense, when to pass and be the distributor. He'd been in an offensive funk and was reluctant to shoot, but that is all done with. Remember tonight's game and all Warrior games on CSN or stream live via the NBC Sports Live Extra app on your mobile phone or tablet. Stream the Warriors on the go.
I got it.
Draymond pulling the string there, splitting the free throws. Len from the elbow. So Len and Chandler have 6 of Phoenix 10 points.
Remember, Alex Len was the number 5 pick.
He was.
Back in 13. And over the last 10 games, he's averaging 17 and 10.
And ricocheted off Steph. Draymond, an open three.
Chandler never even attempted to come out. He let him have it.
Warriors' first lead. And the Knight misfiring. Bogut the board.
Knight's a 33% three-point shooter. He's got to get better at that. Got a lot of quickness.
Booker got a piece of that. They recovered it, went right back up. Phoenix trying to slow things down a little bit. Bogut gave ground, but Len, you see the skill set.
Yeah, he's improved.
He's very under control, not that up and under move. Curry kind of gapping Tyson Chandler. Chandler didn't know whether to come, retreat, play for the lob, and Steph floated it in.
Oh, yeah, in the end.
Booker, tough runner. Devin Booker plays at a speed, Jim, that most young players can't handle. He's under control. Everything isn't too fast.
What a March he is having. He had 34 March 3rd at Miami. He had 27 and 9 assists in a win at Memphis March the 6th. In the last 2 games, 32 and 35.
Harrison Barnes. Shot not been there from three-point land for a couple games for H.
So here's the most amazing fact, I believe, about Devin Booker. He played 38 games at Kentucky as a rookie. Excuse me. Well, ran again. Lynn's averaging close to 9 points a game now. He gets better every year. But we'll finish the Booker story in a minute because it's worth waiting for.
We're going to talk about him all night, but Steve Kerr's going to use the timeout. 5:04 remaining in the first. And some of the Suns' youngsters on display. Suns begin 8 of 11 shooting. They lead the Warriors by 3. Now, our McDonald's True story, there's a Suns flavor to the Warriors. Steve Kerr was with Phoenix in a couple different iterations. Bruce Frazier was a scout. Rick Welts, our president, was the president and CEO of Phoenix. Steve Nash is part of the coaching staff. Leandro Barbosa was the 6th man of the year. And Jaron Collins played with Phoenix. And by the way, Nick Uren was the Suns' assistant video coordinator.
Well, they've all moved up. Let's look at it that way. A lot of connection.
Draymond's hit the 3. That one rimming out. And Len the rebound. So Leandro Barbosa becomes the first sub. That would normally be the Iguodala substitution, but it's Clay that gets the rest. And Barbosa in and off guard.
The Warriors have to find some way to stop the Suns. I mean, the Suns are having a field day when they shoot the ball tonight.
When you think of them starting 8 of 11,
Yeah.
this is a Phoenix team that is 28th in field goal percentage in the NBA. Bogut challenged him nicely.
He's so poised.
Bogut handling. Bogut squirted out of his hands. Curry with a little flyby three. Well, when you got Steph Curry, why settle for 2 when you can get 3?
I think Bogut was going for a lob there. Look at the quickness there of it. It's erased.
Andrew is active tonight.
Let's see here. Is he going to lob? Is he? I thought he's going to stuff it. And you're right. It slipped out. Cool, calm, collected, humble off the court, and arrogant on the court.
The baby-faced assassin.
Arrogant in a good way. What a leader.
Spates and Livingston checking in. Brandon Knight from deep, and Mo with a nice box out. The baseball pass to Draymond, and a block by Brandon Knight. That was sweet. Great recovery on Draymond.
I'll tell you what, he was past the rim. It would have been a very difficult completion.
That's an offensive foul as Curry got clipped.
Got shoved in the back.
They've talked about the Mo Spates passing ability, Jim.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. I mean, this is end to end. But Draymond Green, he's going so fast, I thought he just would dribble it out and keep the possession. Brandon Knight erased any thoughts anyway.
Steph through the mix, that 3 offline. Barbosa the offensive rebound. Spates with the step through, and he is fouled. If you're Phoenix, you're shooting 57%. You're holding the world champs to 33% shooting, and you're in a tie game.
Yep. This is the cautionary thing before the game that you speak about.
Mo Spates untying it. Season ticket renewals due March 17th. You secure your playoff tickets before anyone else. Renew the season tickets at heartofthewarriors.com or 888-GSW-HOOP with representatives ready to help you right now. Mo Spates hitting both free throws. Booker fading out of the corner, side of the backboard. No reset of the shot clock. Chase Budinger just checking in. He hits the 3. So last night, Jim, no lead changes, no ties. Already 8 lead changes and 3 ties thus far in the first quarter. So free throws coming, mandatory timeout. 2:55 remaining in the first, and the Suns with the 1-point advantage.
I'm your spokesperson.
Phoenix with a 1-point lead, 2:55 remaining in the first. Our Geico Advanced Analytics stat. In the last 3 years, Steph Curry, the percentage of his shots, more threes, less mid-range 2s, and more in the paint. And so that's about as efficient as you can get. Shoot the 3, get in the lane, and the mid-range 2s, the least efficient shot in the NBA. And Steph only taking 12% of those now. Warriors won the Analytics Award at the MIT Sloan Conference today.
Yes,
as the
did.
franchise that uses statistical analysis to their best advantage.
Well, what amazes me is someone coming into tonight, nearly 700 threes attempted, and that's Stephen Curry, over 300 made, and he's at 46%, third best in the league. He's at 46%, taking that many when everyone is gearing for him. Everyone is looking for him. He's a hunted man, and yet he still manages to produce at a phenomenal rate.
They've got the 2 best shooters in the world, and they play in the same backcourt.
They do complement each other, but I'll tell you what, you could put Steph on the worst team in the league, and I think he'd accomplish about the same thing. He's remarkable as a singular scorer.
Livingston knocked that away. He'll be called for the foul.
He got there just a tad late.
Sean Livingston, first personal, 13 foul.
Sean will be getting a lot of minutes without Iguodala in the next 2 weeks. You'll have Brandon Rush, the same setup. We're going to have a 30-second infectious disease control timeout. Alex Len's got a cut on that left forearm, so they got to tend to that.
Well, I guess it's good in this respect. The Warriors have a 1-point lead, and they're shooting 33%.
Yep.
You know, they're allowing 56%. Although after the 8-11 start, they've cooled off a little bit. 1 of 5 since then for Phoenix, but 33%. They do have 5 assists on the 6 made baskets.
Well, they've been good against Phoenix, but the way you lead when you're only shooting 33%, you turn it over only 1 time.
Yep,
So
that
you're
helps.
getting all your shot attempts, and then you're 5 of 6 from the line, and Phoenix has yet to shoot a free throw. So Mirza Teletovic, saw him play for Brooklyn. Pretty good outside shooter at about 40% on threes. With Booker and Brandon Knight, Alex Len, and Chase Budinger. Barbosa knocked it away. Shot clock at 3. Booker checked it. Very deep 3 from the rookie. Nearly banked it in.
We'll finish the story about him. 38 games at Kentucky, Southeastern Conference, 6th man of the year. Okay? He never started a game.
That's correct.
And now he's in the NBA doing what he's doing.
Oh, Draymond, what a look to Spates. Tic-tac-toe to lay it in.
That is one pretty play. Passing in the creases like that, you always go down low, off the dribble, off the bounce, excuse me, a bounce pass. That's how you get it there.
Spates challenged that. Len couldn't finish. Curry into the front court.
Rookie mistake by Booker. Tried to steal it at half court.
Traylor Livingston. The pick and pop to Mo Spates.
Well, with experience, Lynn will know that was what the play was going to make. He'd have been out on Spates.
So an 11-3 run. Warriors' largest lead right now.
I love the way Booker sets his man up on a screen. He's patient.
Teletovic.
You better get on him.
And that's what he does. He lives out the line. Knocking down that 3. Draymond took a little body bump, finished anyway. Draymond Green with 8. Teletovic pretty strong. Spates, great weak side help. And tonight, and Curry picked his pocket. Budinger for 3. And look at the Warriors play the D. A near steal, a block shot, good rotation, challenge at 3, and come up with the stop.
But they know Budinger likes to live on that line also.
Yep. Those are the floor spacers. They both hit a 3. Curry, a 3 of his own. So Stephen's got 11, and the lead grows to 7. About a 10-second game shot clock difference. Winding down this first quarter. Booker, the quickness, explosiveness, and the skill to finish.
He's got a repertoire, doesn't he?
He does. He's got 8. Shot clock off. An high screen roll. Steph thought about that 3. Now the reload. It'll get all the way to the rim.
His ability to score from the perimeter at 3-point range, he freezes everybody at that line, and then he's off to the races.
They turn it over only 1 time. Roll for 31. After scuffling early, the Warriors finish the quarter on an 18-6 run. Steve Kerr wanted focus. He wanted no letdown. After the first 12 minutes, it's the Warriors up 7. Much more. We've always known he's had a great outside shot.
And you see him get to the free throw line more often.
Len with his 3rd foul. You'll remember Clay having long stretches where he never would shoot a free throw at
Yes.
all. Four or 5 game road trips. He'd come
Right.
back with 2 free throws. And now
I remember that.
he's using the free throw as a weapon. At 86% from the line, he and Livingston and Steph Curry, 3 best free throwers on the team. Draymond was right in his jersey, and he made it anyway. Good offense beats good defense in the NBA.
And you can see teams like to play the NBA champions, the defending champs.
Phoenix foul, charge 35, goes up to Lavitch, second personal.
But even the games in Phoenix we've already seen this year, they're not just blow away easy games. Ever.
No, I think the point you make is a good one. The Warriors know they get everyone's A game. And that's a good thing. That prepares you for the postseason. It also teaches you a couple lessons. I think that Laker game is a teachable moment Steve Kerr can bring up a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
Say, guys, you can't look at New Orleans record Monday or the Knicks record on Wednesday or Phoenix record tonight. We don't play our game. Anyone in this league is capable of beating us.
That's where I always think the bench should come in on games where the starters are struggling. At least the other team is scoring. And
Bogut tracked down Booker beautifully.
the bench is going to come in and say, that's our opportunity time.
Steph faked the pass, laid it in. It all starts with the defense.
Yes, it does.
Nice move on Draymond. Got hung up on the rim, but was fouled in the process.
I've never seen Teletovic post up this much. He usually lives on the perimeter, but we saw that three-point shot. Now he's got 2 free throws coming.
So 2:33 remaining in the first half. Suns playing exceptionally well. Warriors need their A game. The lead at 4, and Bogut's defense has been brilliant.
A message.
Warrior lead at 4 with 2:33 remaining in the first half. Our AT&T U-Verse Rewind against the Blazers. Stephen Curry, 1,500 threes for a career. We said the fastest man to do that in NBA history. But we got to give you an idea of just the disparity from Steph and the great shooters of all time. Fastest to 1,500. It took him 477 games. Ray Allen, 661. Stojakovic, J.R. Smith, and Jason Richardson. And Steph's cranking out 250 or more each season. Already surpassing 300 this year.
Not to take anything away from him, certainly. But every year, the NBA shoots more threes.
Yep.
Every year. Teams, the game has changed. The game has changed.
Now, would you say the game has changed because this guy's making shots beyond 30 feet all the time?
Well, he changes the game himself. He's transformative. He's in another stratosphere. He's on another planet.
I like the crossover sports comparisons. You know, we talk about Steph nearly 50% when he's beyond 30 feet. I mean, just these ridiculous numbers. Imagine as the baseball season begins, if Mike Trout started hitting 700-foot home runs on a regular basis.
Okay. By the way, that's a heck of a rebound in traffic for Harrison. I like that.
Shot clock at 4. And that hand check is going to get Harrison Barnes to the line.
That's his best move. His little crossover to the left. He does not favor the right.
Harrison Barnes at the line.
P.J. Tucker is a rugged customer defensively. He's played overseas as well. Worked his way back to the NBA.
Yeah.
Season ticket priority wait list is over 23,000 right now. You call tonight, get on that priority wait list, enjoy exclusive access to the best possible season tickets and pre-sale priority access to playoff locations at 888-GSW-HOOP.
I've got an idea. You get to new arena, you play the game over there, but you bring all the season ticket holders who are on the waiting list and put him here and watch him. And,
Okay.
And bring another broadcast crew and we do all kinds of things.
Dual sellouts. Brandon Knight missing that three, but he tracked down his own miss.
How's that for marketing?
I like it. PJ Tucker off iron, and third Suns opportunity here. Phoenix has had the advantage on the glass, and now a three-point play. This is all from not grabbing the defensive rebound.
First foul, charge Draymond Green, second personal.
Well, here's the deal. Stephen Curry went out to switch. You could see it right there. And left Brandon Knight all alone. He turned around and he was naked to the rim.
How much energy is Phoenix exerting? Their second chance points advantage is 11-2. 27-17 rebound advantage, 11-2 second chance points. And that's why they're in the game.
That's exactly right.
Phoenix foul, charge Green, Brandon Knight.
And the Suns very quietly are 11th in rebounding. And for a team with their record, that's a little unusual. Sometimes you have a lot of rebounds because you miss shots, but I always go by rebound percentage. You never go by total rebounds. Rebound percentages out of the misses, how many go grab offensively and defensively. They're 11th in the league. The Warriors are 15th.
First trip to the line tonight for Stephen.
He's got 16 points. Len's got 17 to pace their respective squads. So Steph knocking them both down. Suns have led by as many as 4. Warriors have led by as many as 11. We've had 9 lead changes and 7 ties already. Kind of a fun first half. Good basketball for both teams. Devin Booker missing there. Draymond battling for that board.
That's what it takes with these guys. They're crashing the boards.
Play with the flyby and a 4-point play opportunity.
I thought Booker was off the floor. Tough to see in that corner there. He's going to fly by. Come on. They call that on Booker?
They're saying he hit him on the back of the head.
Well, he did, but that was long before the shot.
They're going to go to replay here for a couple things. Was it a 3? Did the foul occur before he shot it, as you're discussing? And the foul is before the shot. You're correct, partner. I like when the officials get together.
Yeah.
You know, do you have a better angle? What'd you see? And that crew worked well there. I mean, Clay did the right thing. You rise up and continue your shooting motion, but he was whacked in the back before he ever shot the ball. So the foul line's been good to the Warriors. 17 of 19 free throwing. Booker's getting a lot of attention. He lobs it perfectly to Chandler. Draymond. Tyson Chandler will foul him. I'm going to tag something you said about Devin Booker earlier. Most young players have back-to-back 30-point games. What are they thinking for the next game? I got to shoot. I'm scoring.
Right.
He's got 9 points, but he's got 4 assists. What he's saying is the Warriors are all over me. Let me
distribute a little bit.
Yeah, try to be a threat and set up my teammates. He's the youngest player in the league, but he's got an older understanding of the game.
As I said, he got the 27 and 9 assists in a win over Memphis.
That's great. Draymond, 5 of 6 free throwing. He's got 14. The Suns handle the final 40 seconds. Booker rising there. Bogut with the rebound. Warriors can hustle into a 2-for-1. Draymond checked it himself. And he just runs over Tyson Chandler.
Offensive foul, charge Draymond Green.
You come at someone like that, you got to get a little lower. He was very upright. And he just lost the ball, and
Upstairs, you will see.
it all went to H-E-double-L.
4 turnovers total for the half, which is terrific. Draymond, though, 3 fouls, and Steve Kerr smartly gets him out of the game. Can't get the 4th before halftime. After 44 turnovers in 2 days, the Warriors had 23 in the last 2 games. So only 4 here in the first half tonight. P.J. Tucker, a 3. Suns are not going away.
Good vision from Booker. Dribble drive, penetrate, kick.
Shot clock off. Curry at 5. At 3. Wheeling, flipping, and Brandon Rush didn't get it off. Made the bucket, didn't get it off in time. So the Warrior lead at the break is 4. Credit the Suns for a terrific effort. Fun watching Len and Booker. Greg Papa, Gary St. Jean, Kalena Azubuike in the studio for Warrior Halftime Live, presented by Jack in the Box. Coming up next.
First, I'd like to welcome College Spirit Boys 8th grade CTO game.
Get ready for the second half. Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett with you at Oracle. Well, the Warriors' streaks are all on the line here at 58-6. As you said, they'd like to be 50-0 completing this homestand with New Orleans on Monday and the Knickerbockers on Wednesday. They have to do it without Andre Iguodala for the next couple weeks. And a hungry Suns squad is right with the Warriors. Len and Teletovic leading the way. Booker with 9 but 5 assists. And Steph and Draymond in double figures. And the Warriors with some work to do.
And what you alluded to in the first half, you know, the deeper a game goes, you've got to be very cautious about that, circumspect. We'll see how that plays out in this half, because that's exactly what Phoenix will like to do. Hang close throughout this third quarter, get to the fourth quarter, and then they know anything can happen.
Yeah, they need to develop that belief system.
They've had success with the two bigs playing together, because Lynn can shoot from the outside.
Off iron there, Draymond with the rebound.
It brings Bogut away from the basket.
Now, Warrior coaches have to say, hey, defensive glass, guys. So it can't be 11-2 in second chance points in this half. Clean up the defensive glass. Lob to Bogut. Perfectly done.
That's because Curry has it up top. They're concerned about him coming off and shooting.
See Booker on the handle here. Lynn had the jumper rolling. Alex Len, Tyson Chandler, P.J. Tucker with Brandon Knight and Devin Booker. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes, and Andrew Bogut. Klay 3, curled it out. Warriors aren't having a particularly good three-point shooting night. 5 of 16. Steph Curry commits his 3rd foul.
Here's how Stephen Curry can help this club. Let's watch it here. Stop it here, because Bogut is slipping to the basket, but this man is worried about Stephen Curry. So he cheats a little bit, can't recover quite enough, and a perfect pass.
That is a visual illustration of the concept of gravity. How much the players gravitate to the offensive threats. Bogut, another block.
Beat on the outside, then they come back and recover.
Good shot to great shot, and Klay with the 3.
The ones he's missed tonight have been flat. He had all the time in the world there, set his feet, got his arms locked in, and he had a nice arc on the ball.
Steph's got 17. His awareness was, let me get Klay going a little bit here. I could shoot this. Let me get my tag team partner feeling good from 3. Booker, tough runner. Chandler was shoved. Harrison Barnes pushed him from behind. Bogut's got 4 blocks tonight, Jim.
And they needed him. Here's what happened. Bogut got beaten by Alex Len. Draymond Green came to help out.
Right.
Then Bogut recovered on his man. So that's good little tandem defense.
Well,
covering up.
They were both all-NBA defensive selections. Draymond and Andrew Bogut, first team, second team.
I think to prevent all that, Andrew's got to play like a guard sometimes when he's coming out, and he's got to take away the right hand of his opponent.
I think he just wants block shots tonight.
No, he's got a shade. Let me see if Lynn, with his durability,
Could go left.
could go left from the top of the circle. I'm not sure. At least I just know this: is you play the percentages.
Steve Kerr is saying, what's the delay here?
Well, Steve Kerr,
They were just getting the shot clock correct.
he doesn't like the instant replay. He does not like the replay review in the last 2 minutes of the game. He said, aren't the first 46 minutes of the game important too? He just rather do away with it all. He said a lot of mistakes are made throughout a game. And there's a mistake defensively, letting Tyson Chandler slip to the rim.
I would disagree with Steve. I like what the calls are right. Steph Curry hitting the three.
It just was an interesting thought talking about that.
I always understand that, but if you have the technology to get something correct, I'll take a minute to get it right. Alex Len putting that in.
Boy, is he confident now. I'm not talking about just tonight. I'm talking about finishing the season.
Steph Curry and Bogut trying to tap it. And Alex Len, look at him break out of the back. P.J. Tucker dunked it down. I'll finish that thought. Steph Curry hit the 47-footer against OKC. What if an official had said he didn't get it off in time and disallowed it?
Yeah, that's true too.
We would have lost one of the greatest moments of the season.
Yep, you right about that. The Warriors just lost the ball.
They did.
Only the 5th turnover.
That belief you talked about, Jim. The longer the game goes, Phoenix is like, hey, we're right there. No team's beating this team at home in 47 tries.
Well, something was telling. That's 8 went left. Look at that pass back.
And the Suns are saying we're within 2.
You see, they've had 12 more shots than the Warriors.
All that rebounding. All those second chance points.
And they've made 7 more hoops. The Warriors have been to the line more often.
Now the Suns, you can see their body language defensively.
Of course.
They're in this game. Well, how did that pass get through? Steph rhythm dribble. And missed the 3.
Kind of night gets going from the perimeter. Steph now 4 of 9, very workable.
And the 9 went for the lead. And the Warriors are in a ball game. Back end of a back-to-back. Phoenix very hungry, playing very well.
And shooting well.
Draymond didn't want that 3. Not at this stage. Harrison Barnes can't buy one.
Hitting the front of the rim.
You just cannot buy a 3. It's getting into the 2 for 20 range now for Harrison over multiple games. P.J. Tucker has Curry on the post-up. Harrison came to double. Len's the open man. Tucker is fouled. That's Curry's 4th foul.
Well, Steph is in the quandary. He says, where's he coming from?
How does Steve Kerr? You don't have Iguodala, and Curry's got 4 fouls, and we have nearly 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Substitution.
These are big minutes for Ian Clark.
And this is what I'm talking about. These are the type of games. It didn't occur. It didn't come to happen and come to pass in L.A. The Lakers lost. This is where people coming in off the bench have to think about as opportunity. Opportunity knocks. You've got to be ready.
Len ran over Bogut. And so that's the 4th foul on Alex Len.
I'll give him credit, though. He tried a little crossover move, and it was pretty swift.
So the 2 leading scorers for both teams both have 4 fouls. And that will get Teletovic in and Len out of the game. So Curry's already sitting. Which team can establish any kind of rhythm or momentum here? Klay Thompson rising and hitting. 14 for Klay, 14 for Draymond, 20 for Steph. Booker cutting back door. I love that kid. What a player. Youngest player in the NBA. Just went backdoor beautifully like a vet. Draymond, that was going to be a lob. Chandler saw it all the way. Klay Thompson will commit the foul. Now, the other issue the Warriors have here, 4 team fouls already. With 7 minutes left in the quarter, Phoenix has yet to commit a foul. So that free throw disparity that favored the Warriors in the first half may start to tilt the other way. There it is. 5 team fouls, free throws for Phoenix the rest of the quarter. And you hit on it, Jim. Teletovic, when a guard switches,
Yep.
he says, hey, I'm big.
He goes inside.
If a bigger man's on him, hey, I can shoot threes.
They just keep forcing the issue in the lane there.
Monday, Anthony Davis and the Pelicans on Latino Heritage Night. Noches Enabea, presented by Alaska Airlines. Special cultural performances for fans who enjoy it. 888 GSW Hoop. So be here, Warriors Pelicans on Monday night. Steve Kerr's going to use the timeout. 6:53 remaining in the third. The Suns right with the Dubs.
Hello, everyone. I'm Henry Wolford. Only 2 NBA teams are perfect at home this season, and they happen to be the top 2 teams in basketball, the Warriors and Spurs. We got some highlights for you. Kevin Durant and the Thunder made a trip to San Antonio mid-second quarter. Kawhi Leonard would spin around Kyle Singler, and he would go ahead and get the jam. He led the Spurs with 26 points. Spurs win 93-85. They improved to 32-0 at home this season. Back out to 2 other winners, Fitz and JB.
All right, Henry Woodford. Oklahoma City and San Antonio still have to play 2 more times. The Spurs and the Warriors play 3 more times. And San Antonio protecting their home court.
Tell you what a difference tonight makes. Tonight, Thompson and Curry combined for 34. Last night, they had 30 at the half. And now you got Curry on the bench.
The 10-3 Phoenix run. A tie ball game. They pressure Ian Clark. They force the turnover. And every foul is going to be free throws the rest of the quarter. That Curry foul trouble is going to be a problem.
Well, did you see the way they attacked out of that timeout? Ian Clark, 3 players right there. He didn't have much of a chance.
I'm wondering if Steve goes to Sean Livingston, plays Ian off the ball. Let Sean handle a little bit.
Well, as I said before, I see him as a stabilizer.
We want Livingston with that second unit, so you don't want to have to overcook him and throw him in right now. But you're right, Jim. Earl Watson's clearly on the board. It's to go after Ian Clark.
Well, we've seen him play big minutes in Chicago. That little spurt that he had there for several games.
So the last time Phoenix led was 1918.
Let's see what their offense looks like here. This is a shot for Klay if he can get it.
Trying to hide behind Bogut. And didn't catch it cleanly. Shot clock at 5. Bogut's got to make something out of nothing here. Klay will do it to beat the buzzer and drop it in.
Much like that clutch 3-pointer he had earlier this week.
Bogut didn't panic. Handled that very well. Lob inside. Brandon Knight just threw it errantly. Harrison not going to settle for a 3. And he'll draw a foul instead.
That's their first foul this quarter.
First team foul.
So Teletovic now with 3. Budinger 4. Len 4. And Steph Curry 4. Draymond Green is playing with 3 in his own right. Shot clock down to 7. Draymond 3. Rattling that out. But an ordinary night for the Warriors. 7 of 21 from beyond the arc. Best 3-point shooting team in the league. Booker nowhere to go. Teletovic steps back for a 3. Well defended. Livingston and Spates are at the scorer's table right now. Klay Thompson finding Bogut.
Nicely done. Bogut doesn't take a lot of shots. Sometimes they just forget about him. He just crept underneath the defense.
Booker looking to pass. Close out by Ian Clark. And Knight reloaded.
Remember, he was picked number 8 by Detroit back 4 years ago.
Big shot for a guy who was 1 of 7 tonight. Draymond attacking. Couldn't quite get the angle. Here come the Suns. Booker is fouled and he finished. You gotta be kidding me.
Boy, did he attack the rim and protect the ball in the process. Hung on to it. Put it to his right side a little bit. Got the contact. And what a finish. You'll see it here. The guy held on to the ball and used his body between him and the defender. This is really terrific. Here's a guy that averaged 10 points a game and never started at Kentucky last year.
Calipari's got to reevaluate. Come on.
Yeah. You couldn't start this guy. You were that good.
Phoenix moving ahead by 3. It's a defensive 3-second violation. That'll be a technical free throw. Got to closely guard somebody if you're hanging out in the lane. Longer than 3 seconds. Warriors led by 7 at the end of 1. They led by 4 at halftime. Phoenix has had the advantage here in the third. Steph Curry has had to sit a lot of the quarter with foul trouble. And the Suns have taken advantage. Klay Thompson off the heel of the rim. Here comes Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight all the way to the rim. As Jim said, this is a Suns team with 17 wins, and you'd never know it. They're getting great performances. Booker fouling Klay Thompson.
Phoenix foul charge. 1, Devin Booker's second personal, second team foul.
Jim, this has the feel of the Denver game. The Warriors have lost 6 times. 5 of them were thumpings, really. The one close loss was to the Denver Nuggets, where Denver just hung around, had the lead at the very end. Klay missed a shot that would have won the game.
This is the kind of game that makes you a little nervous and your palms get sweaty.
No Spades off iron.
And it's almost predictable. You come into the gym and you sense it. And Phoenix can't do anything wrong.
What a lob from Booker to Tyson Chandler.
I mean,
this is now the Suns' biggest lead, and Speights will draw the blocking foul.
Phoenix foul charge.
this is where you can't look around and say, okay, somebody's going to bail us out. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to play good team ball. You've got to make the right decisions at both ends of the floor. And you've got to take away the Phoenix spirit somehow. And that seems right now pretty impossible the way they are performing.
17-point swing in the game. The Warriors were up 11 to being down 6. And now just every little thing. Missed free throw there on a night where they've been terrific. 20 of 23. Foul issues have created a bit of a problem, particularly with Steph having to sit. Alex Len went to the bench, and yet the smaller Suns took over. Brandon Knight and Devin Booker. And Mo, very good free thrower, splitting the pair. Spades above 85%.
This kid's had a pretty good second half. Yeah.
Brandon Knight hitting a triple.
So you just sense it, Bob, when you sometimes just feel you're right sitting there on the court and you can see what's going to transpire.
Draymond didn't want the 3. Runner inside. Spades keeping it alive. That's a big finish.
Yes, it is. Big follow-up. This guy wants to go.
Brandon Knight again.
If you play it, you can feel it and you know it, and you've got to counter, do something to counter that. He's going to go every time. You got to pick him up earlier. Make him give it up.
Livingston backing in on the rookie, shoots over him and knocks it down. Brandon Knight had been 1 for 7. He's made his last 4 shots and dropped in 3 threes.
I'm surprised they didn't give it back to him. He's resting a little bit.
Devin Booker. Oh, man.
I think they like playing for Earl Watson. I think he communicates really well with this young group.
So Lure committing the foul. That's the 4th team foul.
There's Earl. 878 career games as a player.
2:01 remaining in the 3rd. Phoenix making a bid for the first team to win at Oracle. Our Shamrock Alpha Solutions Play of the Week. From beyond midcourt against Utah, Stephen Curry banking it in. Our Shamrock Alpha Solutions Play of the Week. And every one of those threes saves lives. Stephen Curry's nothing but nets.net. Bed nets for Africa to stave off malaria on that continent. And over 5,323 nets have been donated. You can get involved at nothingbutnets.net. And that's our forward right choice. Steph Curry actually took a trip to Africa to see the difference those bed nets make.
Tanzania.
Those Spates on the post-up.
And I participated last year. I told Steph I would donate 500 big ones.
There you go, Jimmy.
If he made the shot, and he did. It felt good.
Brandon Knight
feels good.
He's unconscious.
He feels good.
Players get that hot in this league, and he's railed 4 threes. 14 in the quarter.
3 in a row. Hard to beat someone when you can't get stops.
Shot clock at 5. Bosa Spates the bailout. Misfiring there.
Tyson Chandler, I can't believe it. Never even looked to defend him there. Took a chance and he missed it.
Mo, good vision on the ball.
Dangerous outlet pass.
Well, that's going to put Livingston on the line. Phoenix committing the foul there. Brandon Knight, as hot as he is, thought he had Tyson Chandler on a dunk, and it was Spates that saved the day. Vision on the ball.
Livingston going to the line, 1 plus the penalty.
Brandon Knight 17, Booker 16 and 10, 10 assists for the rookie. 12 from Chandler, 21 from Len, and 12 from Teletovic.
14 in this quarter from Brandon Knight. 14 of his 17, as you've highlighted it.
I think Booker's 10 assists are more impressive than him scoring 30.
Yeah, that ties his career high.
I got it.
Livingston 90% free thrower, and he splits a pair. Shot clock at 9. Booker with that spread. Didn't use the Lure screen. Draymond switches out on him. At 2, has to hoist one up. And Spates with the rebound. Draymond Green, stifling defense.
Booker got that close.
And the pull down on Booker will put Draymond on the line.
Phoenix foul, shot number 1, Devin Booker, 4 personal.
That works as a very nice 2 for 1. Because now Phoenix can't freeze out the quarter.
Draymond Green at the line.
Draymond, 6 of 7 free throwing. Well, Saturday nights are slate nights. And the Warriors rock that slate alternate jersey. There's now ladies' tees, jackets, knit hats, men or women player jerseys. Go to Warriors.com and get your slate apparel.
Buttinger back in. They just recently signed him.
They played with Indiana this year.
It's only the second game he's played.
Not quite 4 seconds game shot clock difference. The way Knight has been rolling, he'll be looking for his own shot.
He's quick enough to get by Clay up top.
Brandon Knight, another three.
Broke some ankles in the process.
17 of his 20 here in the third. Draymond attacking, and he will get to the line again.
Well, they'll give them another shot if they get it down fast enough for Phoenix with 4.3. How about Brandon Knight?
Well,
You see that little crossover move he put on Clay? That is, I don't know how you defend that.
looks a lot like Steph Curry. 17 and a quarter, bombing threes, breaking ankles with the handles. Draymond living at the line. Now, how about this for Phoenix, Jim? Len 4 fouls, Booker 4 fouls, Buttinger 4 fouls, Teletovic 5 fouls. They got some issues. Free throws split. How hot is Brandon Knight? And he won't get the shot off. So the Suns, after being down 4 at the half, they take the 9-point lead into the fourth, bidding for the first team to upend the Warriors at Oracle. Curry will be back. The foul trouble's over. 2 now. Our Metro PCS Unlimited performance. The remainder of the year, the most difficult schedule in the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs, then Dallas, Memphis, OKC. The Warriors are 11th in terms of opponent winning percentage. Why is that important? Because you want the #1 seed and San Antonio's chasing you.
Well, as Clay mentioned that post-game, last night.
Spurs with a big win against the Thunder tonight.
That's their #1 objective, is to get the #1 seed.
Steph, good closeout on the Price 3. Chance to tie this trip down. Three-guard look with Livingston, Barbosa, and Steph. Barnes and Spates. Monty Price with the shot clock at 4. Pounding Curry. Lean in 3. And well defended. Monty Price can play defense.
Well, he got through that screen, and he chased. I think Curry felt it breathing down his neck.
Brandon Knight is sitting right now. Earl Watson trying to buy him a breather. Len is back in with those 4 fouls. Shot clock at 3. And Spates pushed him all the way out that time. Made that a difficult shot. Mo to tie.
He's not afraid of the moment.
Mo Spates has 20. And a new season high.
That's a foul.
He reached in and fouled.
First personal, first team foul.
He just loves to spot up right near that free throw line, top of the arc. He loves that area.
8 of 11 for Mo. And a blocking foul will put Len on the line.
I love the way Booker runs his team. And he drives in, brings 2 defenders, gives a nice little pass to Len, gets him to the line. We got a whole new ball game here, Bob, this quarter.
Len, 73% free thrower. Both he and Booker cornerstones for Phoenix future. Splitting the pair there. The lob to Livingston. All the attention on Curry. And Steve Kerr designed that perfectly. Post up Len again. The running hook is banked home. Alex Len, have yourself a night. 24-13.
Both teams have confidence now.
And Mo Spates, field goal on the foul.
Number 5 on Alex Lynn. He finally came out, but still too late. Watch this alley-oop. You're going to get a screen by Spates. And Booker could not get through, didn't get any help.
So that's Len's 5th foul. And he's got to sit with 8:53 remaining. So Len's got 24, but Spates has 22.
In fewer minutes.
He's got 22 points in 14 minutes. Deafening at Oracle.
He's worked hard keeping himself in shape. There have been times where he didn't play. I don't think he did even play last night.
So Mo Spates, part of that 14-3 run. So the 3rd team foul. Klay Thompson committed the infraction. Booker missing that 3. Barnes the rebound. 2-point lead in the ball. Warriors coming from that double-digit deficit. Steph, smallest man on the floor. The offensive rebound.
That's just hustle.
Brandon Knight to the rim. Went with his right hand.
Might be right-handed.
Oh, Curry, 3. And Budinger the rebound. Long way to go. 15 lead changes, 10 ties. Spates intercepting the lob. Thompson in full flight. Klay falling down. And Budinger the rebound.
They're letting him play both ways here.
Brandon Knight hasn't cooled off. Another 3. Klay a 3 in response.
This is fun. This is fun. Brandon Knight has made all 6 threes for this club in this half. They had 4 at halftime. They've got 10 now.
Lure can shoot 3s. Curls that one out. Spates is inhaling rebounds. Mo's got 7 pulls. Curry attacking. Mo, trail, 3. And the crowd wanted it.
No one worried about him taking it. The bench was all for it.
Booker hiding behind Chandler. Dropped it back. Klay had committed the foul. That's before the shot.
Devin Booker is going to be a 6'5" point guard. Supreme. He understands how to play the game.
You know what he does things like Grant Hill used to do?
Yeah. One of the great team players of all time.
I mean, now he's the youngest player in the league, but he can score, he can pass, he defends, he's got good size. Klay Thompson a 3 in response to answer Knight. Mo Spates has infused the energy.
8.
Big play, Togos.
After being down 10, the Warriors have surged to the advantage. And Steph Curry with the Rams shot of the game, capping off that run to begin the 4th quarter. That trail 3. And Oracle is absolutely percolating right now.
They're getting their money's worth.
Brandon Knight and Stephen Curry exploding offensively and now guarding each other. Devin Booker missing everything. Klay was right with him.
Spates rebound number 8.
23 points, 8 rebounds in 16 minutes.
He leads the club with rebounds.
Oh, nice.
Curry splits the double. Gets in traffic with a jump ball.
Nowhere to go there. You'll see. Also, took an extra step along the way. Didn't get caught.
So Phoenix likely to win the tap. With Chandler going against Curry.
Take Lure out, bring in a three-point shooter and a wide body in Teletovic.
And that's the dangerous thing. A tap leads to a fast break. Barbosa saved the day initially. That should never happen.
You could see it. It happened before. I had a chance to say. You could just see they weren't lined up properly there. Steve Kershaw coming. He couldn't alert them in time.
So Curry fouled off the ball. Second team foul on Phoenix.
Second team foul.
Well, they got caught. Heck of a play by them, and a tremendous pursuit by Barbosa.
So a 6-minute ball game as Booker's committed his 5th foul. Clay can shoot over Price. Misfiring there. Chandler saving. And the night. Draymond made him give it up. Speights nearly had the steal. Knight, another 3 is down. Brandon Knight in the first half was 0 for 3 on threes.
He's 7 of 8 in this half.
Curry answers.
No surprise. But can they stop number 3?
Milanovic partially blocked.
Anything can happen here with him handling this ball. He likes Chandler.
Curry 3 again, rimming out, and here come the Suns.
He might go all the way on this one. Surprised he pulled up.
Milanovic back down Clay briefly. Ronnie Price. That's actually who the Warriors wouldn't mind shooting the ball.
Yep.
The weakest perimeter shooter out of the guards. Clay to Speights to dunk it down.
Now you'd like a little stop here.
Earl Watson's going to use the timeout. 4:41 remaining in the ball game.
Well, Phoenix is playing like a team that's 10 games above 500 instead of being 17 and 48. But the Warriors are matching everything here in this quarter.
Well, you're going to see history either way. Do the Warriors continue their streak and stay perfect, or do the Suns pull off the upset? Steph Curry with 28 6 threes. And then Klay Thompson feeding Mo Speights. And where would they be without Speights? His activity offensively and rebounding the ball. This is where the Warriors' depth is showing up.
We talk about it all the time. You find someone from the bench. Speights has delivered tonight. But the Warriors came alive here. And Stephen Curry, yes, he is Mr. Clutch. Down by 9 coming into this quarter. They've outscored Phoenix 24-13.
Now they got to give Mo a blow here. And so they go with the small lineup with Draymond, Harrison, Barnes.
Well, this timeout by Earl Watson also gives a little rest to Brandon Knight. He's been out with injuries, a hernia and whatever, but he's been huffing and puffing. That gives him a little breather here, and he's ready to go again.
Warriors have been the better squad in the 4th after Phoenix owned the 3rd. Len is back in. Remember, he's got 5 fouls. Backing in on Draymond, wheels around him, puts it up and out. Loose rebound, Barnes.
He did a super job getting Chandler out of there. And getting that ball.
Harrison on the backdoor cut. Beautiful pump fake.
I love the congestion in the right side elbow. Harrison goes backdoor. It was a set play. Beautifully delivered. And a pump fake to boot.
trying to feed Chandler on a post-up.
I have no idea why, because I would find number 3, Brandon Knight.
Shot clock at 4. Nowhere to go. Rebound batted out of bounds to the Warriors.
They went away from the hot hand.
So Booker will check in at the next dead ball. 3.5 minutes of crunch time. 4-point lead in the ball. Curry for 3. Good!
Well, Draymond Green won't get an assist, but he should have on that one. What a screen.
10 unanswered. Phoenix takes time.
As I said, this is fun.
From 10 down to up 7. 3:23 left. They work the back door. And you knew after the foul trouble and resting in the third, Curry would have something in the fourth. He has 11 in the final quarter right now.
Roundtable as
Our big plays the Togo's way. Big Mo Spates. Mo buckets with 25 points, 9 rebounds, 10 of 14 shooting in 18 minutes. Instrumental with the big plays the Togo's way. Feeding Len inside, unable to finish.
They defended him with a committee. Made it tough. Nowhere to go.
Double screen. P.J. Tucker staying with Clay. Shot clock at 10. Draymond driving on Len to lay it up and in with a left hand.
No other options. He looked around. Nobody's open. Took his time. Assessed the situation.
Brandon Knight finally misses a 3. Draymond with the rebound.
And a big block out on Alex Len there.
12-0 run. 3-minute drought for the Suns. Curry 3. And Harrison Barnes a fresh 24.
Yep. They should use the time. You're down under 3 minutes. Use the time, and they are.
Back door, flip it in, and draw the foul. And Steph very quickly making sure he got that up in time.
This is a heck of a finish. Inside with a left hand, little wrong footer. And that last time, Stephen Curry duped his defender, Brandon Knight, because he was saying, go the other way. They were going to throw it to Sean Livingston. And all of a sudden, he goes back door. Got to the line. Brandon Knight had lead in his feet for a moment.
Well, Steph Curry and Phoenix are tied in the fourth quarter.
I was going to say,
at 13 apiece. The problem for the Suns is that Curry has teammates. Really defensive fourth by the Warriors.
Nice double team on Knight there by Harrison and Stephen.
Phoenix gets 39 in the third and 13 so far in the fourth. And Rod Adams is liking that. Booker down the lane, his floater, but he was fouled.
Whereas foul charge to Harrison Barnes, 5th personal, 15th foul.
Do you think of the talent in this league? Orlando was a good quality young team that hung with the Warriors.
Sure.
Phoenix with Len and Booker and Brandon Knight have been excellent tonight. And it has taken all the brilliance of the Warriors and Stephen Curry in the fourth quarter to stave off the Suns. Booker hits both free throws. 18 and a career best 11 assists for Devin Booker. All about execution now. Up 9 inside 2 minutes. Clay coming off the screen. His 3 rimming out. Teletovic with the rebound.
Phoenix still alive, barely.
Livingston knocked it away. Running with Steph. Behind the back. Sean to tuck it down. Curry in full flight with a beautiful delivery. Sean Livingston. They call him S-Dot. Well, he just put the exclamation point on the ball game.
Hi.
35-15 Warriors in the fourth quarter. That's what a championship team does when threatened. And the Spurs right in their heels. And yet the Warriors maintaining an unprecedented level of excellence. Playing the clock and the Suns right now. Len had it knocked away, but was fouled in the process.
Warriors foul charge to Tim Thompson. Fourth personal. 21 on his line on the line. 2 shots.
What a comeback.
Well, what more can you say about Mo Spates and Stephen Curry? Jim's going to talk to Mo at the end of the game, but without Iguodala, all the veterans are going to have to increase their contribution levels, and Mo has been brilliant tonight. They overcame Curry's foul trouble. I don't know if he's ever played better.
Well,
25 and 9 in 18 minutes is just absurd.
He was good in every quarter. He played in every quarter. He was good in every quarter.
That's what we talk about execution there. Draymond knows, and he raised his hand there. You can't turn the ball over there with a minute 14. You miss a shot, but you can't throw it away. Brandon Knight inside. And this one not over. Step down the lane to lay it up and in. Now it is.
Yes, it is. Well, 35 tonight for Stephen Curry. Just kind of sneaks up on you easily for him.
And 15 in the fourth. Miletovich. You know, we were marveling at Brandon Knight's 17-point third quarter.
Yes.
And yet Curry just does things like that routinely. Gotta shoot it one more time. Steph setting up Draymond, his three. Miletovich is firing. And a foul. That's the first in the last 2 minutes. It will not be free throws. Greg, Gary, and Kalena going to talk about this one. Terrific effort by the Phoenix Suns.
Give them credit.
The brilliance of the world champs in the fourth quarter. Led by Curry and Mo Spates. Draymond had 19, 6, and 4. Clay had 20. Bit of a rough shooting night. Phoenix not going quietly. Warriors don't want to shoot, don't need to shoot. So let the streaks continue. 59 and 6. No one's ever done that. 48 home wins in a row. No one's ever done that. 123-116 the final. A spectacular fourth quarter and every bit of it needed to stave off the Suns. Phoenix had a 9-point lead heading into the fourth, and the Warriors own the final stanza to win it 123-116. Warrior Postgame Live is on the way. Jim will be back talking to Mo Spates. The world champs are something. A special Saturday night. Phoenix gave them all they wanted, but the streaks are still alive, and the best record in NBA history lives on.
Well, that was fun. What a fourth quarter performance. Began the final 12 down 9, but buckets, a couple of shots. Steph at 3, buckets again, and you get the lead back. It was Steph Curry and Maurice Spates that led led this fourth quarter comeback victory for Mo Buckets. He had 16 points on Wednesday night, comes back tonight and scores 25 points in less than 18 minutes. He was 10 of 14 from the floor and made 5 of 6 free throws. He also pulled down 9 big rebounds. Let's hear from Mo Buckets with Jim.
Thank you, Greg. Mo, you changed the game tonight. That's what you're supposed to do when you come in off the bench.
Yeah, coach gave me an opportunity to go back in the game second half, man. You can't lose at home, man. These fans come out every day, no matter if it's rain, snow, or great weather outside. They come out every night. We got to win for them. You can't lose at home.
Well, you led the team. You have a new season high with 25. You led the team in that fourth quarter. You led the comeback. You're down by 9. You were shooting everything tonight. You only missed 4 shots. You made 10. You led the team rebounding with 9. What was the difference for you tonight? Because you were good in every quarter.
Man, I just know last night I didn't really play how I wanted to play. And tonight, like I said, we was down. And that feeling being down at home and losing in front of his fans is not a good feeling. So I know we had to come out there and get some energy, make a couple shots. And I knew the Stars going to come back and finish the game off like they did. So we won this game. We can't lose at home. And thanks for everybody who came out once again.
48 straight at home right now. You got to feel good about 59-6 because the key thing is you want to be the #1 seed throughout the playoffs.
So we're going to be the #1 seed because we have a home court advantage, and that's what we're doing. If the record comes, it comes. Other than that, we want #1 seed and get ready for the playoffs.
What was the feeling of the team? You know, at halftime, Phoenix is hanging in there, and all of a sudden they have a tremendous 39-point fourth quarter. Brandon Knight goes crazy, knocking down all those threes. What was the mood on the bench between third and fourth quarter?
Well, they've been playing good lately. They got some young good players, so we knew that they was going to hit us. Then we had to just come out, like I said. Me and LB and the bench guys came out with a lot of energy. You know we're going to change the game some kind of way. Defensive starts or making buckets, and we did that tonight, and then the starters came back and finished it off, so that's all it's about.
A few times tonight, Chandler wouldn't come out on you, Lynn didn't come out, and you just buried the shot, and then it didn't matter how much they came out.
Well, that's their fault. They don't look. I guess they don't look at scouting report, but I'm glad they didn't come out. We end up with got a good rhythm going, and we finished off and got the win.
Oh, terrific. The 25 points, they wouldn't have won without you. I'll tell you, he was terrific tonight, Greg. Back to you.
All right, James, thank you. And raise your hand if you were worried tonight. I wasn't at all going to the fourth quarter, just a little bit.
Come on.
Just a little bit. They were down 9 going to the fourth quarter, and they wind up winning by 7. Welcome to Honda Warriors Postgame Live. Greg Papa, Gary St. Jean, Kalena Azubuike. Our BMW turning point is the start of the fourth quarter. You're down 95-86. And then Mo Buckets makes a couple in a row. Steph makes a 3. Mo makes another one. Curry, that great lob to Sean Livingston. Saintly, you go off on a 16-3 run. You go from 9 down to 4 up in a matter of moments, and you regain control of this game.
Turned around before that one even went in. But they were getting in the paint here and drawing the defense, making the defense help. The beautiful passing. That's what happens to these Warriors in the fourth quarter.
And it was buckets.
Defensively, they get it going. Offensively,
we got Curry get a rebound on the offensive glass, Saint.
That's big time right there.
Well, his instincts are just as better than anybody else in the league. But there were key points in the game. You talked about the beginning of that fourth quarter, because in the third quarter, you've got to tip your hat to these young guys. Booker and Knight and Lynn, they were terrific all game long. But I thought the substitution pattern that Phoenix went to when they tried to go big with Chandler and Lynn and Teletovic, to me, that was a mistake. You're not going to beat the Warriors doing that, thinking you're going into the mismatch in the post, because nobody has succeeded doing that at all. And the Warriors really utilized Mo, but then they went to the small lineup. What we talked about was Livingston then coming in, and it got Steph off the ball a little bit more, so you had great ball handling going on. And the defense in the fourth quarter, there was a smile from here to here on Ron Adams' face, because in the fourth quarter, they just locked them up. They got in the open floor, made some fabulous plays. and the place was rocking.
Warriors outscored them in the fourth quarter 37-21 to make it a 7-point victory
21.
after starting the fourth quarter. 21 points they gave up and 37 on the other end after beginning the quarter down. Now let's go courtside to Bob Fitzgerald and Jim Barnett. And obviously Steph and Mo buckets were terrific. But jumping on the conversation, we find out that Andre Iguodala, Fitz, is going to be out for a couple of weeks. How do you play the small lineup minus Andre Iguodala? Well, you just insert Sean Livingston there.
Yeah, I mean, Jim said Sean would be the stabilizer, and that is the way you close out a fourth quarter when you're a championship team. As Saint's talking about, you hold Phoenix to 7 of 22 shooting, 15 of 26 for the Warriors, and Jim, 1 turnover. That's being the stabilizer because the Warriors made maximum productivity out of every possession. And, oh, by the way, when Curry's out with foul trouble, he's rested for the fourth quarter.
Yes, you know, we keep talking about when the ball's in the hands of Stephen Curry. Mo Spates was terrific tonight. When you score 25 points in, what, less than 15 minutes or 18 minutes on the floor, that's tremendous. But the fourth quarter is a great example of how their defense fuels their offense. We talk about it all the time, and if they just looked at that fourth quarter, everyone watched the fourth quarter, you could see the defense led to all this stuff that they come out and they play more freely at the offensive end.
Plus, Greg, you hit on it at the beginning of the fourth quarter. It was a cauldron in here. They rip off those points. Earl Watson takes a timeout. The fans willed the Warriors to that incredible effort in the fourth, and that's why when you're winning 48 in a row at home, you got to credit the 20,000 people that have been here 164 straight times in sellouts. It was a physical quality to the noise.
Yes, there was, and they just rose to it. I don't think anybody in here was really particularly worried tonight. You know, you're down by 9 in your fourth quarter, but they expect this team to come through, and they came through in brilliant fashion tonight. And Stephen Curry, I mean, he just comes down the floor. It takes just a couple of seconds. You talk about someone who shoots the ball with confidence. You know, Steve Kerr said to some reporters before the game, he's so humble. He's such a great leader because he's so humble and stays within himself, and he's quiet, and yet he's arrogant on the floor. And he said arrogant in a very, very nice way. It's another way of saying confident, but he lacks nothing in any kind of confidence. It's always there with him.
Yeah, and you guys talked about, was anyone nervous? The fans weren't nervous and reacting. They were proactive to make something happen. And what a ball game. On a Saturday night, you come out and watch the NBA. This is what the league is all about. It was terrific tonight.
Warriors, Warriors, Warriors. We could hear him. The TV set was shaking. What a game. I can tell you guys loved it. Mo Spates, he had a great second quarter when they needed it. But then he comes in, Saint, in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line. You're down 9, and he has ice water in his veins. He calmly takes every shot, and he rails every shot like it's no big deal.
Big Mo was licking his chops because he knew that Lynn and Chandler were not going to come out and guard him. They just don't leave that painted yellow area. And with that said, they were late every single time he had a face-up jump shot. They gave him daylight. He got his confidence going, and he was terrific. To me, that was one of the key points of the game, the way they matched up with him. Kalena, he's in happy land when he is the backup 5 and that other big guy won't come out. When he plays 4, now guys will come out and play him. But if he's in this spot, if he'll rebound and defend, you can't take him off the floor.
He's playing with so much confidence right now, and I love that his teammates are looking for him. They'll drive in the paint, force defenders to come help. They'll find him. He's getting in all kind of ways. Obviously, we knew he could do it in the pick and pops. But, man, when you're playing with that kind of confidence like he is, the sky's the limit. You saw he came out today, had a great game after having not so great of a game last night. He wanted to come out and prove a point tonight.
He scored 25 points in less than 18 minutes. He got up 14 shots in less than 18 minutes. He just squeezes them off, and he hit 10 of 14. He also rebounded. He made his free throws. He had a big, big game. In the fourth quarter, 37-21, the Warriors outscored Phoenix. The third quarter, Phoenix outscored the Warriors 39-26. Why? Steph Curry was in foul trouble, did not play much in the third quarter, Saint, with 4 fouls. He comes in to start the fourth quarter, and he just goes off. He had 20 after 3. He scores 15 alone in the fourth quarter.
Well, he's magical. Look at these guys. They're trying to run at him off the three-point line. He uses the shoulder fake and gets him going. And there, the high pick their bigs never came out to challenge.
They didn't read the scouting report.
Time. As Big Mo said, they didn't read the scouting report. He had 2 lob passes tonight with all those great shots. That one there that he threw, and the other one that he threw to Livingston.
Beautiful.
Magnificent. And this one here, holy moly, that is such a quick release. And Kalina says, look at him. He's turned around before the ball even hit the net. Unbelievable.
Well, we talked about the Warriors' defense. We talked about the Suns' defense earlier in this game and how the Warriors, if they screened and did what they normally do on the offensive end, they'll get the shots they want to. And we saw there the Phoenix's ball screen defense. They stay back.
Yeah.
They stay back and zone it up. All the big men keep backing up. They keep backing up on Steph. You can't do that on Steph when he's coming off the screen. You got to be as close as possible to him, hugging him if possible. And they elected to keep backing up, and he was just all night long.
Phoenix has the 3rd worst record in the NBA. Only the Sixers and Lakers have a worse record. They've won 6 games on the road all year, but they had us a little nervous going to the 4th quarter. But in the end, the Warriors do what they do. They've won 48 consecutive home games in the regular season dating back to last year. They're 30-0 at home this year, now 59-6 on the year, and only 8 turnovers. That's another 8 turnover game, Sadley. Even when you go behind the back like this one here, to Livingston, you're not going to turn that over. That's Steph Curry. We'll hear from the head coach next on to Warriors Postgame Live.
Warriors Postgame Live. Kia.
Hey there, he's Henry. I'm Kelly. Sports Central coming up right after Warriors Postgame Live.
Absolutely. We got a lot of football to talk about as well. Colin Kaepernick extremely close to being traded. We'll tell you what's the hang-up right now.
And we're down in Arizona with the A's and Giants. Really good news for Stephen Vogt. He went yard. Of course, he's coming off surgery. And Matt Cain, a great bullpen session. Our insider will tell us why we should be encouraged.
Absolutely. We got a lot of work to do, so we got to go. We'll see you as soon as Warriors Postgame Live is over.
And we should be done, Henry, at the bottom of the hour, 10:30. We'll greet you and Kelly for Sportsnet Central. Warriors get 123. The story was they gave 116, but it was their 4th quarter defense. They were not very good defensively, allowing 54% shooting in the first 3 quarters, but Phoenix just 7 of 22 in the 4th quarter. And Mo Buckets had a huge game with 25. Clay also had 20, and Draymond Green had 19. Steph with 15 of his 35 in the 4th quarter. And again, Steph Curry was in foul trouble early 3rd quarter, and Steve Kerr had to make a decision when to bring him back into the game, and he waited until the 4th quarter. Let's go back to Oracle Arena and get reaction right now from the head coach of the Warriors, Steve Kerr.
How hard was it to wait to bring Steph back with the 4 fouls?
Yeah, I was talking to Luke and the staff about it, maybe with about 2 or 3 minutes left in the 3rd. And I said, what do you think? And everybody just said, let's wait till the 4th. Let him play the whole 4th quarter. And just try to finish out the 3rd and stay within range. So we went that route. Obviously, it worked out well. But man, we got outplayed tonight for 3 quarters. Fortunately, we had enough to pull it out in the 4th. Great 4th quarter, but those first 3, they really took it to us.
What was the feeling in the huddle and end of the 3rd, beginning of the 4th? What was?
9-point deficit with 12 minutes to go on our home floor. That's easily surmountable, but we just needed energy. We needed to fight. We got out hustled and outplayed most of the game, and I thought we really started to bring the fight finally to start the 4th, and our defense picked up. They were just picking us apart for 3 quarters, and we finally joined the fight defensively in the 4th, started challenging shots better and forcing some misses, and that allowed us to get out and run.
Steve, what did you think of the night from Mo Spates with the 25 points and looks like about 18 minutes or so?
Well, it was terrific. He did this 5 or 6 times for us last year, where he just comes in and saves the day. And, it's such a great change of pace for us to be able to play Mo because of his shooting ability. We obviously start with Bogues, totally different look. And so to be able to bring Mo in a game like this, space the floor, when he's making shots, just kind of keeping us in it, it's a great weapon to have. And as I've said many times, I just love Mo's approach. He doesn't always play, but he always stays ready, and he he seems to come through whenever we give him the opportunity.
There was a nice stretch early, I think it was in the first quarter, with Livingston, Draymond, and Curry playing together. Will we see more of that now with Andre out?
Probably, yeah. We changed up the rotation considerably. You know, we normally wait to bring Sean in till beginning of the second quarter. He usually replaces Steph. So we changed things up a little bit, and we're going to experiment and see how things look. But you'll definitely see more of Sean within reason. We don't want to wear him down, but he's going to have to play a few more minutes just to make up for Andre's absence.
Did you get a sense that you guys might be lacking for energy tonight? I think it's 5 of 7 games and against the
yeah, lots of games, and obviously game last night, and you know, playing a team that doesn't have a good record, and so it's kind of a natural letdown. But we talk about it all the time. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, what your record is. You know, everybody's got talent in this league, and they showed that tonight. I mean, Len and Knight were fantastic, and you know, they got some good young players. Devin Booker's going to be really good. He's already really good, and I was just impressed with how hard they played. But you know, we've talked about it as a team. Every team we play is going to be excited for the opportunity to come in here and knock us off. And you know, what happened last week against the Lakers, and could have happened tonight, but we made that comeback. But we got a target on our backs, and we got to be ready.
Yeah, Brandon Knight and Devin Booker were most impressive tonight. Brandon Knight had missed 20 games. He came back Thursday night in Denver. He was out with a sports hernia going back to late January, and he played just a few minutes the other night. He didn't do much in the first half, but in the second half, he made 7 threes all in the second half. Saying he had 3 points in the first half and wound up with 30 tonight. And he was out of his mind in that third quarter when he scored 17.
He caught my eye when he came down from Milwaukee last year, and, you know, he's been nicked up, but this guy can really stroke the basketball. It's a real fluid release. He uses the screens well. He can create for himself off the dribble. He's got great range. He showed a couple times he could take it all the way to the rack. And my dilemma with these guys is he and Booker are terrific young players. Are we going to say one's a 1 and the other one's a 2? I think they're just 2 good young guards. And, oh, by the way, Kalina, another one of your Kentucky guys is out with a knee injury in Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe.
I'd say Booker has the best point guard skills, but with Brandon Knight, he was doing this before the injury.
Good job.
They were just trying to figure out how long it would take him to get back to doing this, and he said, what better game than tonight to do it against the Warriors, the best team in the league. And these are the kind of teams that have given the Warriors some of their toughest games, teams that don't have anything to lose because they've already lost so much during the season, and they just come out and everybody plays well. Alex Len had a great game.
Terrific.
He really impressed me. He'd get by his guy, draw the defense, dish at some really nice interior passes there, really fluid in his motion, good post moves. And then Devin Booker. He's got point guard skills. We talked about his playmaking ability. He can get guys involved. He did a great job tonight. He had a real point guard type game tonight, getting assists also. You saw some nice finishes in transition. He played really well.
18 points, 11 assists. When he came in out of the draft, he was thought to be the best shooter in the draft, but he's showing more athleticism. He's showing ball handling. He's showing playmaking. I mean, you didn't think he'd be able to do all this his rookie year, saying it. He does have a lot of little similarities to Klay Thompson's game, but he's far advanced as a rookie than even Klay was. Klay didn't play like this as a rookie.
Well, Klay could defend and make the 3. This guy here can put the ball down and make good NBA decisions with paint penetration. He can finish. He can dish to people. He's confident. He can create his own shot. He looked unselfish. He was making, I thought, good basketball decisions. He's caught my eye. I really like him. I can see why they're so excited about him.
And he wasn't doing any of this in college. Devin Booker wasn't. He was coming off the bench. He never started a game, averaging around 10 points a game.
That is amazing.
He was just kind of a spot-up shooter. Calipari wouldn't have him do all those things. But you can kind of tell this guy seems like he has a lot of talent. There's like some untapped talent in there. As soon as he gets to the league, it's more of a spread, open game. Gets the ball screens. It shows his playmaking ability. He's able to do more things, and obviously the shooting was always there. Can shoot it from deep. I always say the 3rd prettiest jumper in the league behind Steph
and Klay. All-Star Saturday night, that was the finals. It was the three of them. The Phoenix Suns are a proud franchise. They had the fourth highest winning percentage in the regular season in the history of the NBA. They come into the game tonight with the third worst record in the league, but they have three young pieces you can look to in the backcourt, Knight and Booker, and Alex Len is really getting better. You can feed that guy in the post. He can make a face-up jump shot. This is a team to keep your eye on, Sam.
It really is, and, you know, it's not going to be a powerful draft up top. You'd hope they could get something special at the third pick. And you look at them, and players like to go down to Phoenix. It's a great environment down there. And so we'll see what they do in the free agent market. They've got quite a bit of dollars available. And that just goes to show you, we've seen Utah within the last week. We're going to see Minnesota in another week and a half. And you look at these young teams. I look at Portland with that young backcourt. So you've got some teams that are reloading. You've got that top 4 or 5 up there, and then you got Memphis and Houston and Dallas. But those younger teams are ready to start to climb. And if they have good fortune in the draft or free agency, boom, you can make a significant jump.
They fired Jeff Hornacek on February the 1st. Earl Watson is an interim head coach. They're going to need a new head coach in the offseason. I wonder if Luke Walton was studying this roster closely tonight. Something to keep an eye on. When we come back, it's time for do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
That's the best we ever did that.
Right on, Sing.
Right on.
Like the Warriors in the fourth quarter.
I'm going to bring my pitch pipe.
All right, time for the highlight zone. Andrew Bogut didn't play in the fourth quarter, but he had 4 very impressive block shots. We'll get Tyson Chandler there. I saw him get the young guy, Devin Booker, later, where he kind of ran him down from behind, so an active game. There's the lob you love, St. Louis.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Is that unbelievable?
Just great back pick on the weak elbow. Look at that pick right there by Draymond. Gorgeous.
Just a well-executed play.
All right, now we got a little steal here.
Behind the back.
How's he going to get the ball to Livingston? Behind the back there to Mr. Livingston, I presume.
Yes.
Nice play by Sean. And Steph will get it to him on the wraparound.
When you've got the opportunity.
And we're going to see a lot of Sean Livingston, I think, here in the finishing 5. Warriors are playing the first game tonight of several, as we found out before the game tonight in our injury alert, that Andre Iguodala, who tangled with Damian Lillard last night, late third quarter. And the way he turns this ankle, St. Lee, has you a bit concerned, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good, quick recovery, but he really rolled that thing. I feel for him. It was really awkward.
So the Warriors announced they're going to be without him for at least 2 weeks. They're going to re-examine it in 2 weeks. So in Andre Iguodala, you're missing a guy who helps you in so many ways, obviously on the defensive end, but he runs a little point forward. So that's why I think you need Sean Livingston if you are going to go small. And tonight they went with Steph and Clay and Livingston, Barnes, and Draymond Green. Even though the Phoenix Suns went humongous on their front line with 3 bigs, you still stayed small, and Sean Livingston is the key. But for the next 2 weeks, you're not going to have Andre Iguodala. And Monty said on the pregame show, it's possible he'll miss the rest of the regular season. It's that bad of an ankle injury.
Well, Andre Iguodala is versatile. Sean Livingston's very versatile. They're kind of comparable in that way, and Sean Livingston really came in tonight and had a nice impact on the game. Anytime you lose a guy like Andre Iguodala, he can do so many things for you. Such a versatile defender, can guard so many positions. You talked about his offense. He can handle it. Great passer, unselfish guy. You're missing a lot, but everybody else, like we talked about before the game, everybody else has to step their game up.
It's an opportunity for all these guys that from the bench that are maybe in the 8th, 9th, 10th spot. You're going to get a chance to play. You're going to get minutes. What can you do with these minutes? Whether it's Rush, whether it's Clark, whether it's McAdoo, these guys are going to get an opportunity here depending upon the situations at hand, and we'll see how they respond.
So we know that Andre's not going to play next Saturday against the Spurs. You'd like him to match up with Kawhi Leonard. The Knicks are coming in on Wednesday. You'd like him to guard Carmelo Anthony. But before Monday, the Unibrow is coming back to Oakland. We'll get you ready for the Pels and Alvin Gentry's return.
What truck company?
New Kia.
That challenge tonight?
Yeah, just whatever our role is called. You know, whenever our number's called, it's just to be ready. You know, it's the same story. You know, we've had a couple guys out throughout the year, so guys got to be ready to step up.
What was the team's reaction, you know, when you found out Andre was going to be out for a while?
It's tough. He's our leader. You know, I mean, anytime you lose a finals MVP to a team, that's a blow. Doesn't matter who it is. And so, you know, it was tough to see him go down. We want him to be healthy. End of the day, you know, we're just concerned having everybody for the playoffs and healthy for the playoffs.
And the team the Warriors saw in the first round of the NBA playoffs last year, the New Orleans Pelicans, will begin as we Honda drive ahead. This is what the Warriors have done against them at home. Of course, we saw them last year, and the Warriors swept them. The Warriors saw them this year, the first 2 games of the year, October the 27th at home. Steph went off in the first quarter. Then Halloween night, they went to the Smoothie King Center and buried them. And I don't think Alvin Gentry and the Pelicans have recovered from that hole. They have to be one of the biggest disappointments so far in the entire NBA.
Devastated by injuries. Tyreek Evans, Gordon, just their key players. Ryan Anderson's played well. Davis obviously is a superstar. Norris Cole's playing well. And Drew Holiday's come back from bad injuries and really playing at a high level. It's going to be an up-paced game just like this Phoenix game.
I've seen some games where they've used Anthony Davis a little better, putting him in better positions to score, but they've just been so inconsistent in doing that. And then, like you said, Drew Holiday has picked up his game. Ryan Anderson scoring right off the bench as soon as he comes in the game. There's another one of those games where they got to come in and play well. Just the Warriors got to play their A game. Forget about what the
Warriors pregame live Monday night at 6:30. I see a mouse in the house for
There
Kelly.
he is.
Go
This
post
match.
up Henry Wolford. He won't be able to check you, Cal.
Are you kidding me? She can't handle me. I keep telling you guys that.
He keeps
Stop
running.
blowing up her head
Keeps
more
running.
than you have to, okay?
Trying to get him to play me one-on-one. He won't do it. I mean, look at the height. Hey, speaking of home sweet home, we're going to go back to Oracle where the Dubs have won 48 straight.
Also, let's not